Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know where you have reached the number one collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere on God's green earth. Immediately to my left, immediately to your right is the one and only man named Conrad Cushman, representing everything pro wrestling. This man you're looking at right now is the one and only Sean Hubbard, representing HW Weekly. And collectively, we are Clash of the Podcast, and we're ready to rock and roll with another big-time episode, man. Got so much on deck. I know you saw the thumbnail for the show. I know you saw what the lead story is going to be. Yes, we're going to be talking about the WWE World Champion, Cody Rhodes, the guy who is the quarterback, the guy who is the leader of the pack, the guy who is the wolf pack, the guy who is the whatever pack you can think of. Well, you know what? The ratings ain't saying that, and we're going to get to it right now. So without any further ado, the chat's here, Conrad's here, I'm here. There's only one thing left to say, and I'm going to say it right now. Conrad, my brother from another mother, please do me the solid of dropping that thing.
I'm clicking. It's clicking.
We're live, pal.
Come on, StreamYard.
Well, that was different.
Sure.
That was a little bit of an
all right. Yeah, sorry about that.
A little bit of an impromptu. We had to run it back.
Run it back.
Uso style. But I think we're okay now. Whatever you did,
for some reason, I've noticed whatever. Yeah, there's like a lag, though, on whatever it is. So if you see me trying to click through the pictures and stuff, let me know if it's not popping up right away. Because if so, StreamYard and me are going to have a little conversation this week. So,
well, the good news is that we're still live and everything's okay. So with that being said, man, we're ready to rock and roll. Conrad, how you doing, man? I know you're not feeling too well about them Buffalo Bills, but I still consider them the favorites. Maybe they just had a bad week.
Nah, man, sick of them. We don't have wide receivers. We don't have nothing good happening over in Bills land. That's all I.
Well, I'll tell you what, everything is happy over here in New York Giant country because we got rid of that albatross named Brian Daboll. Finally, the Mara family, the Tisch family decided to get rid of him. I'm so happy. I've never been so happy to be a fan of a 2-8 football team, but we finally acted like we gave a crap by firing our horrible head coach after we got our quarterback hurt, after four 10-point fourth quarter collapses. Finally, we're going to have a new coach. It's going to be an interim coach for the rest of the year, and we're going to hire somebody new in the offseason. I am ecstatic.
Sounds good. Sounds good in the sports world. Guys, let's get into it, man. I'm going to pull up comments on here for us, Sean, and then I guess we can just try to run through them, and we'll see if they click. There we go. Clown in the house.
13Z, 4Tweezy says, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you too, sir.
What up, Clown? Quills in the house. He said, what up, Conrad, Sean, chat? Your boy, Sir Quills, is back again and enjoy my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, for episode 167 of the best wrestling podcast out to the day, Clash of the By God podcast, hashtag EPW, hashtag HWW.
Sir Quills and I were chopping it up on Instagram this week. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff.
Always appreciate you, Quills. Thank you. And these were all before we even started. XG Dub said, looking at the clock, it's almost time for Clash.
Appreciate you, XG Dub.
Yes. And I see the correction. Thank you. We do have a super chat here. Joel jumping up to the top. Thank you, Joel, for the $2 super chat. Who will be John Cena's last opponent?
That's the question of the day. I think I actually have a feeling he is going to wrestle in War Games. So I believe War Games will be his match at Survivor Series. As far as Saturday night's main event is concerned, which is what Joel's referencing, I'm thinking he's going to be defending the Intercontinental Championship. Against who, I don't know. But I think somehow between now and December 13th, I think John Cena is going to become the Intercontinental Champion.
I was lurking before, and I'm just like, does he need it? Is that mean for me to say, like, do you need it?
I mean, it's a Grand Slam situation.
Does he need it?
He doesn't need it. No question, he doesn't need it. But I think he's going to, matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. I think he's going to win the IC title somehow, and I think he's going to lose it to Gunther at Saturday night's main event.
I guess. It feels like going backwards for Gunther a little bit there, but we'll see what they do tonight. I've heard rumors that he might challenge for the title tonight. We'll see, because they're in Boston tonight. Last time for John Cena, of course. So this is where his last match should be, in all honesty.
Instead of Washington, D.C.
Miracle.
I'm searching for a miracle. Believe the impossible. He says, what's up? Apparently, TKO wants to erase Vince's history. That doesn't sound good. I hope the legacy pay-per-views are here to stay. I'm looking at you, Survivor Series. Let me tell you something, Miracle. If they change Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, or what's the other one I'm thinking of? SummerSlam, that would be a disgrace, an absolute disgrace.
For those who don't know, they did try to change
Survivor Series
years ago, and people were in an uproar about it. I didn't like it. I was like, nah, I don't think that's the move. I get why they were thinking of it, because it's the lowest of the four, but it's too. I miss the old traditional Survivor Series tag matches a little bit.
Conrad, we all miss the traditional Survivor Series matches. WWE doesn't care what you think. Let's move on.
The Teamsters taking on the Rude Brood.
By the way, the Teamsters is one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Make sure you check out Hubbonomics Clash of the Podcast collaboration coming up on November 20th. It's going to be a fantastic show. We're going to do, oh yeah, that was a lob. That was a Jason Kidd straight to Mars Stoudemire. We appreciate you, Conrad. Listen, we're going to have Dream Survivor Series matches, and we're going to obviously preview Survivor Series. We're going to have Dream Survivor Series matches. That being said, the Teamsters, for those of you who don't know, 1994, Diesel, Shawn Michaels, the late, great Owen Hart, the late, great Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Double J Jeff Jarrett. That was a fantastic team, bro. Fantastic team.
Let me ask you this. This is going to be a real picky Survivor Series one. Did you like the 4-man teams or the 5-man teams better?
I like the 5-man teams. It didn't bother me.
I like the 4.
It didn't bother me.
I like the 4 a little bit. I don't know why. 4 just seemed like just enough. You get a little more time in there. 5, someone's getting eliminated from a back body drop or something. Like, what is this?
I hear you. I mean, you know what the funny part is? They started off with 5, and then they went to 4, and then they went back to 5.
Roster got bigger too.
Yep.
Our guy, Matt Lopez.
M. Leezy Fo Sheezy says, hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. And let's kick this week off with the 2 aces of our pro wrestling community. We appreciate you, M. Leezy Fo Sheezy.
He said they're going to create original PLE names like Summerfest. Don't give them any bad ideas. McKinney's in that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, could be right. Could be right.
Could be. McKinney's here. He said, yo, I'm here to drop off a like and a gem to the Fire Live chat. My favorite homies to talk wrestle with. Not every day will be a good day, but there's something good in every day. Appreciate that, McKinney.
I love that, dude.
All good, man. And I appreciate you listening on audio. For those who don't know, we are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Sean, throw out some other names here for me that you're on.
Oh my goodness.
Pandora,
and also and you have the YouTube version of the audio as well.
Yeah, YouTube Music. You name it, we're probably there. I'm on some places where I can't even remember, but I'm in a bunch of places. Search everything pro wrestling. Check us out. Leave us a 5-star review. Helps more people find us and gets them into this chat, man. T-Ferg, what's good, fellas? I hope you had a good weekend. As a Sonics fan, have to say RIP to Coach Lenny Wilkins. Yes. an NFL commissioner. Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, Paul Tagliabue, we lost him, and we lost Hall of Famer as well, Lenny Wilkens. The NBA and the NFL families lost two tremendous human beings. Unfortunately, this is a part of life. We live to die, man. Hopefully to live again. But unfortunately, their stay on this earth has come to its conclusion. We wish their families nothing but the best and our biggest condolences.
Vinny.
The only Vinny we like.
Says happy Monday, God bless. That's simple and straight to the point. We appreciate you, Vinny.
Yes, sir. Seeing you with your girl online, man. You look like a very happy guy. I love that for you, bro.
Let's see here. We're back to Miracle. We got our man Easy E. What up, E? Appreciate you.
What up, though?
Let's see. Ray Thompson. Happy Monday, guys. I'm hyped for some wrestling this week. Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown. All three are shaping up to be great this week. Ray, man. Every time you put
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
I feel like that's gonna be your new name soon.
2 out of 3. Yeah, that might be Ray. 2 out of 3 Thompson.
and I think me and Sean are thinking the same one at the end. There is the one that I'm
SmackDown is definitely not part of. I mean, Raw and Dynamite, I can see it, but I don't know about the third one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to flush that SmackDown, man. Guy will gamble. What's good, man? He said, "Happy Monday, everybody." WWE writers must have wrote the script for the Giants this season.
Hey, listen, that could be it, man. Shout out to Guy Will Gamble. He and I had a little conversation on Instagram as well. Always a good time. Always a fun conversation. Informative too.
Right. James from the Pro Wrestler Shoot definitely about to get banned soon. So
watch take yourself. It easy, James. Take it. Don't do it. Listen,
I'm a fantasy football because of it.
Yeah, I'm a Giants fan. I have no dog in that race, but don't mess with Conrad. He's a Bills fan.
Sean, I just want you to know in our league this week, I know that you kicked my tail already this season, but I was able to come back yesterday in the game where I was supposed to lose, and I was like, I made the right calls, didn't I? I've been making some trades and some drops. So yeah, I'm back in it.
Nice.
I'm never gonna beat Sean's team though. Sean's team's like ridiculously stacked.
Yeah, we're kind of a house, guys. We're kind of a house.
Who do we got here? Doug. Another Monday, another clash.
Teach me how to Dougie. Hey, teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Appreciate you, Doug.
Always, Doug. Ed Fries, man. He said, hey, fellas, heading to Boston. So hopefully you guys have a great show tonight. Ed, we appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. Ed has
always remember there's no meal complete without fries.
That's a fact, Jack. Our guy Ed runs our local establishment. If you guys like to hear like indie talk, NXT, check him out, man. Showing him some love. We're gonna talk about West Side Gun. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Boo, 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 boo. Sorry, that's my Buffalo stuff.
No, I like
it. Jocelyn, so nice. He hit it twice.
Oh my.
Appreciate it.
Lord. Oh Lord. I like the play on words there, Jocelyn.
That's right. That's like Devon not getting the tables, then get 2 tables.
Hey, listen. We made it work.
We did.
One thing I saw on TikTok, Michael Jackson, God rest his soul. A lot of talk about Michael Jackson because the biopic's coming out in the spring. And Michael Jackson was doing a live performance and his mic wasn't working or something. He used to have maybe a wardrobe malfunction. And dude was so smooth with it, bro. Dude was able to mask it and make it seem like it was part of the show. That's exactly what Conrad just did, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, I'm trying to do my best here. Delayed Grats, what's good, man? Big homie, appreciate you. Giants need to win more games and give my Raiders a chance at that #1 draft pick.
Hey, look, the Giants are going to take care of you, man, but I don't think the Jets are. The Jets have won 2 games. That's it for them. I'm predicting that's it.
Steelers only have 1 wide receiver. You know what, though, Vinny? I will say I do like both of our head coaches, though. They always find a way to win, even when it's like when we look back at this, I think we're going to look back at our coaches and be like, you know what? They had a pretty good season for what they had.
And I'll say this, man. With the Steelers having Chuck Noll and Bill Cowher, I know it's hard to say that anybody but those 2 are the greatest coach in Steeler history, but Mike Tomlin, with his consecutive playoff streak and a ring, you got to consider Mike Tomlin to be maybe the greatest coach in Steeler history. Facts. It's hard to go up against Chuck Noll. He did win 3 championships. But, I mean, Tomlin's gotten the playoffs like 78 times in a row.
Yo, and that's a feat in and of itself. WWE Army, welcome, man. Appreciate you popping in here and having the talk with us, man. Welcome. Look at everybody just talking about the team that settled the score. BJ running late. Wanted to say happy Monday, everyone. God bless to see you. Thank you, Beach. Appreciate you. Jen Carter. KJ, what's good, man? Hello, Conrad and Sean. What up?
Welcome. Appreciate you.
Yes, man. Make sure, Hubs, I updated your stuff recently. There you go now. Says HW
Much
Weekly here.
Much appreciated, man.
Yeah.
Little rebranding for the kids. A little rebranding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Not getting rid of the pillow, though. Can't get rid of the pillow. I love it.
No, never get rid of the pillow. Always gotta have the throwbacks, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sean. I'm giving you the floor for this one, man.
Listen, man. Here's the deal, Conrad. Chat. First of all, for all those of you who have been loyal listeners, we certainly appreciate the time that you guys put into getting with us for 167 straight episodes and counting. The road to 200 is definitely on and popping. But listen, man, the road to superstardom for Cody Rhodes has been a pretty bumpy one. That's kind of evened out since WrestleMania 40. WrestleMania 40, he achieved his dream. He finished the story. Notice the sarcasm. I think that's a ridiculous way to put it. Finish the story, but he did become WWE Undisputed Champion. And I'm not going to lie, it was a great match. WrestleMania 40 will go down as one of the greatest main events of all time. Again, if you have the whole West Wing of the Hall of Fame at your disposal, it's kind of hard to screw that up, but I digress. Since that time, specifically in 2025, it's been lackluster. Cody Rhodes is not moving the needle. Cody Rhodes, to me, is not the guy to lead this team. When I say team, since you want to use that ridiculous quarterback analogy, to lead this team into 2026. I don't like it. I have never liked it, and it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse. There are some aspects of his character that have become stale. I think the woe has become stale. I think the blonde hair has become stale. I think the kissing grandmas and hugging babies has become stale. And I think him as WWE Undisputed Champion has become stale. I have never been a Drew McIntyre guy, but Drew McIntyre would have been the choice to win the title. Previously, before he got hurt, Kevin Owens would have been a good choice to win the title. I'm not trying to say that Cody Rhodes is a bad wrestler. I'm trying to say that everything runs its course. Roman Reigns is the man. I understand Roman Reigns is not around that much, so you can't necessarily hitch your mule to that wagon. However, when you think about Cody Rhodes and his reign and you compare it to Roman Reigns, it is not even close. Dare I say, Cody Rhodes hasn't even been as entertaining as Seth Rollins when Seth Rollins was the world champion. Slowly but surely, over the past 2 years, guys, SmackDown has become the second best show in World Wrestling Entertainment. Monday Night Raw has taken over once again. I'm going to say once again because the Raw did lose some steam for a while as well. But Monday Night Raw has once again become the number one brand in all of WWE. And dare I say NXT might be number two. SmackDown, I literally forgot to watch SmackDown last week. My hand to God. I had to catch up and I had to figure out what was going on. Drew McIntyre allegedly is out. I see you, Miracle. Allegedly out filming a movie, hence the reason why he got since he was on his way to do a movie, since that's the reason why he got suspended or whatever, kayfabe suspended, cool. But let me tell you something. Cody Rhodes has shown me that he is one-dimensional. He doesn't have to be one-dimensional, but over the past year specifically, think about the main events he's had. Think about Solo Sikoa at SummerSlam. Think about the very, very underwhelming match that he had in Saudi Arabia against Randy Orton. Think about this saga that he's had with Kevin Owens, where slowly but surely the entire WWE universe was starting to cheer for Kevin Owens. People were starting to cheer for Drew McIntyre. I know everybody woes. We all woe because we were used to woeing. Okay, every time he comes out, he throws his stupid arms in the air and the fireworks go off. We have no choice but to say whoa. But are we tired? Aren't we getting tired of Cody Cutters? Aren't we getting tired of the continued back and forth where he kind of teases being a heel, does heelish things, but then he comes out and cries in every promo? Aren't we getting tired of the fact that he does the same shtick every single week? He comes out with his custom-made suit, his ridiculous chain that connects his pants to his wallet, and he looks like $1,000,000, but he says the same thing every single week. I'm a fighting champion. I'm not going to take disrespect. If I have to get mad, I'll get mad. If I have to get mean, I'll get mean. He throws an occasional cuss word in there to keep us guessing, but it's the same thing every week. Cody Rhodes is not him, at least not this version of him, because at the end of the day, Cody Rhodes could be him. Cody Rhodes could be the guy. Cody Rhodes was the guy. But after 2 years, my stance is that Cody Rhodes, blonde, babyface, cookie cutter, we're done. The fans are starting to believe it. I've been saying it for months. It's over. The days of Cody Rhodes being a champion that we must watch, must listen to, and must pay attention to are over.
Man, that felt like a school dissertation project right there. He just came up and stated his points. Cody is very difficult because I like Cody, but I also see some of the stuff with Cody as well. If you pay attention to it for long enough. Listen, this was the guy that people anointed. We knew at WrestleMania 38. You know, I think anyone who's been watching long enough, you knew Cody was the guy. They did they loaded up the wagon, we'll say, at WrestleMania 38. I was like, yep, they're going to do it. And then at WrestleMania 39, they were like, no, not yet. And they got lucky because sometimes that doesn't always work. CTNA. It doesn't always work when you're like, nah, not here. We'll wait until we're in lull, or we'll wait till we're here, you know? And it's like, why didn't you just do it then? And it can't always be like it's okay next time, or we'll wait. Fans don't do that all the time. With Cody, they did see some of their most positive, whatever you're going to accumulate this to. I don't really want to talk ratings because everything is down and ratings are ratings. And just because your show was better financially or audience wise doesn't mean it was the better show either. Truthfully speaking, that's just how I feel about it. You know, what's my favorite line, Sean, for 83 weeks? WCW was not better than WWF for 83 weeks.
But we are talking about 500,000 people over 6 months.
Break it down.
I'm talking about the ratings going below 1 million.
Oh yeah, no, it was funny when it was no milli for other people, but now it's
right. That's what I mean. So
okay.
your point is extremely valid. We can't always use that metric, but 500,000 people is a lot.
Yeah, I think people are consuming media differently today too. I'm just being fair about it a little bit, like YouTube, everything. How are people watching? I'll tell you this: I got homies that I'll just say they're out in these streets doing the old "R." All right, if you get what I'm saying,
I know what you mean.
That's how they watch
one patch over the eye. I got you.
Every week is how they watch it. So guess what? They're not being accounted for at all, but they're talking about it. So you're probably like, where are you getting this from?
Hook hands and patches. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So they're out in these streets doing what they got to do. So are those people being counted? I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but I can feel it though too. So to me, half the fan base is still feeling Cody because you don't hear it in the arena, Sean. This is it goes back to your Jey Uso point, which I know a lot of people come here for because Sean is like the leader of support in Jey Uso. Cody's kind of in the same thing. I don't hear people in the arena booing, but maybe it's like you said, when we hear the music, we have to do it because we're going to get the pyro. We're going to do that. And I do feel like a lot of wrestling fans today care so much about the entrances and
it means everything. I hate to say it, but it's true.
When Cody DDT Drew on the title, I think we were supposed to boo. Like, I think you're supposed to be like, you cheated to win. You're a face, but people didn't care because they just wanted to get to the whoa and the yeah, we're here. You know, I feel like wrestling's kind of changing a little bit, and maybe the rules are changing.
It is, Conrad. That's a sound assessment on your part. I just think that it becomes a little bit more glaring when you're talking about the guy who's holding the belt that's supposed to be the number one belt in the company. See, to me, the man who's holding the number one belt in the company is no longer CM Punk. No longer, Cody Rhodes. It is CM Punk. I believe. Let me tell you how far this goes back. With the exception of the brief time that John Cena held the belt during this farewell tour, Jey Uso, I'm going to name names about more entertaining champions than Cody Rhodes over the past year. CM Punk, Jey Uso, Gunther, and Seth Rollins. All four of those gentlemen have been more entertaining champions than Cody Rhodes. And during the time that they held the title, while Cody Rhodes held the other title, they were the better champion. The only time the SmackDown title, and let's call it the SmackDown title because that's what it is, anytime the SmackDown title was better was when John Cena took us on this nostalgic ride that he's taking us on. Because as soon as Cody Rhodes got it back, it went back to the same stale crap. It's stale. It's like 5-day-old potato chips that have been sitting on your counter. Yeah, they still taste like potatoes, but it's not the same. They're not crisp anymore. They don't taste the same, and they leave a bad aftertaste in your mouth. Pause.
Play. But
that's where I'm at with it, bro.
Yeah, listen, and you've been calling it for months. You were kind of one of the original adopters of like, nah, I'm not feeling this Cody run, and why are we doing this? And like I said, Cody Rhodes probably is the guy. And I know some people are saying it's not Cody himself, it's the lack of character development, but
that could be it as well.
It was also a choice for him to go here too. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, I mean, you knew what you were getting yourself into at the same time.
They've tried everything with Cody Rhodes. They've had Cody Rhodes be attacked backstage with no cameras because they knew that everybody has a camera phone and they would catch it and they would leak it online. They've tried that. Mm-hmm. They tried fake Fugazi heel turns that weren't real heel turns. They've tried street fights. They've tried backlot brawls. They've tried everything. They've tried to send him on a movie run and have him away for 5-6 weeks and see what the reaction would be when he got back. Yes, the fans cheer when he returns. Yes, the fans cheer and do his entrance. It's not the same. Everybody wanted Drew McIntyre to win that match at Saturday Night's Main Event. I don't care what anybody says. The fans were ready. The fans have been ready. The fans wanted Kevin Owens to beat Cody Rhodes. The fans did not want Cody Rhodes to get the title back from John Cena. What does that tell you, guys? Cody Rhodes has not resonated as the champion that he should be. I am the first to say Cody Rhodes is one of my favorite professional wrestlers. But this incarnation of Cody Rhodes, it makes me sick.
Yeah, I think, Sean, though, there's a humongous risk. And I said this for Jey Uso, too. There's a humongous risk you are taking, though, if you turn this person heel. Entertaining for creative writing purposes and probably for the show, probably got an upside to it.
Well, see, this is where me and you have a problem, Conrad. And I say a problem, actually not a problem, more like if we work together, it would probably be like I would balance you out and you'd balance me out if we were running a television show, that is. You are trying to reel me back in and say, hey, we need to still sell t-shirts, which is a smart business way to look at things. I'm thinking what would be better to watch on TV. And I agree that becomes a little bit of a tug of war.
In fan perspective, and I've always said this, fan perspective, fan Conrad's going to say one thing and how I feel.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm complimenting you. I'm complimenting you on having a sound business acumen. But at what cost? At what cost?
B-Boy, what's good? He said, why does this Cody situation sound like I've been through this before? You have. It's been every top guy probably ever, too. Turn Cena heel. Here's the problem. They waited too late to do it.
There's some names that I'm going to name right now, Conrad. We're going a little bit off kilter, but we're staying on subject here. Hulk Hogan. Not talking about his personal life. Strictly the wrestler. Hulk Hogan lasted 10 years. Why did he last 10 years? Because he stuck to the same formula and it worked at the time. At the time. In 1995, it wasn't working. Kudos to Hulk Hogan after being convinced, after realizing that he would leave a boatload of money on the table, coming to the realization that he needed to be the third guy in the NWO. The Rock, in 1998, The Rock was hotter than fish grease with the fans. He was actually ascending when he got to the Survivor Series and decided to stop on a dime and go the complete opposite way. And it ended up being the most brilliant thing he could have done. It made the fans like him more. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Opposite thing, but same adjustment route. Decided to turn heel at WrestleMania, realized it wasn't working, and went back to being babyface. Why is it that we continue to see these professional wrestlers go down Cremro's path and not have the foresight to make the adjustment before we're ready to throw up in our mouths?
You bring up good examples, and I will not refute the ones you brought up, but I will say this: for every good one, there are bad ones too. Sting. I know I'm going to go to the WCW. Well, Goldberg turning heel. What are we doing? You don't do that. Like, and there are times where you're leaving money on the table. To me, you look at Cody. Who else is in the realm of heel turn talk? Cody, Jay, and then maybe Punk.
I think Cody and Jay are the two most prominent ones.
And maybe Punk. I don't know how well his stuff is still selling.
I think Punk will be babyface for at least another 6 months.
Pick one of them. I don't think we can turn all of them, but pick one, and then you're like, okay. But the issue is, you know what's going to surprise you, Conrad, my brother? I would pick Jey Uso. I don't want it, but if it would revive, if it's good for business, I'm cool with it. But my number one choice would be Cody Rhodes. Would you feel bad though if later on it was like, we just cut that momentum off and that was the biggest he ever got?
Honestly, it would be a shame. But are we talking about Cody Rhodes or are we talking about Jey Uso?
Jey Uso.
Conrad, my brother, look at me. I'm just thankful that he won the title. I did not want this to be a situation. You guys have heard me say this 1,001 times. I did not want this magical, let's call a spade, this magical run of Jey Uso from the summer of 2023 until now to go without any pay dirt, without him getting to pay dirt. He was only champion for about 3 to 6 weeks. I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with the direction of his character right now, but he got over the hump. That's all. Whatever they do with him from now on, other than selling him down the river, I mean, they could have got him back with his brother. What kind of reunion was this? See, this is another thing. What kind of reunion was this? And it's the same thing when it comes to Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is like a ship without a sail right now. Every week it's the same thing, but it's like he's floating back and forth. Now Drew's going to be gone for a while doing the movie. Now it's who's going to be next? It should be Randy Orton, but you can't trust WWE to do the right thing.
And I think that's the biggest issue with Cody. Someone brought up contenders before. I can't remember if it was Matt or Guy Will Gamble or somebody brought it up. And they said it's his competition. And that's the issue I have. Great chase. Get to WrestleMania 40. I'm like, cool, they finally made the moment happen. And then we're like, yeah, AJ Styles. Okay, cool. Like, first contender, all right, he's not going to win. That's fine. Kevin Owens. Okay, no. Not buying it. Who else did he face in these runs that I'm not even thinking of?
I mean, you could go down the line. There's so many guys that he faced.
Drew,
Solo, Drew, Randy Orton in a very unentertaining way. That is Randy Orton. This thing he got going with Aleister Black. It's all these weird combinations. Logan Paul, he defended the title against.
Yeah, and how's Aleister Black getting in these types of matches and he hasn't won?
Makes no sense.
And then we got Priest who's sitting over here. I don't know, man. I feel weird about that world title. The world title is not the real world title. And calling it the WWE Undisputed title, I know we're doing a little boxing round. We're going to get into stuff about titles today, too. The Undisputed title. There's another world champion. What do you mean undisputed? I'm sure that guy has a claim at it. It doesn't make sense.
And I said a few minutes ago, it's arguable to say that maybe the WWE Championship is not even as entertaining right now as the World Heavyweight Championship. I know this. I'll be watching Monday Night Raw tonight trying to figure out what's going to happen next. I don't really care about SmackDown.
And while we're looking at this, you mentioned something very interesting, I thought, with Cody.
Yes, I mentioned his ridiculous chain that connects his wallet to his suit. Yes.
No, but that is a perfect picture of him right there for me to see it. What I'm talking about is he the guy? And I'm asking the chat the same question. Is Cody Rhodes the guy to you, or is it Roman? I know Roman's not there. So is Cody the guy out of convenience of who's there? Or is Cody actually the guy who's doing in the work?
You know what I'm doing right here?
I don't know if that's a rotary phone.
That's a comma.
Comma.
Cody Rhodes is the man.
Comma.
Because Roman's not here.
Oh. I kind of feel the same way though. I think Roman is the guy. If he was there more, he would definitely let you know he's the guy.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be interesting because I feel like this realm of TKO, I don't know if realm's the right word. This
era.
Group. Say again.
This era of TKO.
Yeah, this era of TKO.
You know what I think you're going, bro? You know where I think you're going? This regime of
TKO. I hate using it though because we use that with Triple H a lot. Yeah. The regime, the McMahon Helmsley regime.
Oh Lord.
When you're looking at all of this, they haven't really picked their guy. Like even then, we're still getting remnants of the old regime, we'll say, without having to say Gomez's name. They still have these nuggets, I guess we'll say, of like, oh, Cody, oh, Roman. Who's the guy you picked? Who's the guy? And I'm going to read some of the comments here real quick on what we got for Cody. Because I'm just interested to see how people are going to have Cody form Legacy 2.0 with Dom, Braun, and Jey Uso. BJ brought up an interesting thing. I think it was him that said that Cody could be the guy who took out Jacob Fatu. That would make a lot of sense.
That'd be great, but I mean, WWE. See, I want to give you a lot of credit, Conrad, for the point you made earlier. Part of this is because of WWE storyline writing,
and they're scared to make that move. What happens if it doesn't work? You know. Vinny says it's Roman.
It is Roman.
BJ said it's Cody.
I excuse me, I take that back. I meant to say disagree with you, Professor.
But I can see BJ's point too, though. He is putting in the miles. That's got to be respected.
But it's kind of like you know, we both have sons. It's kind of like our sons playing sports, and he, you know, I'll use my son as an example. He strikes out 4 times, and he still gets a participation trophy.
Touche. I mean, it's also not cool if you're the MVP though and you're not helping out. Like, yeah,
touche. Great, but, that's a touche on that end as well.
Yeah, he's coming from AAU practice. Sorry, he's a little tired. Don't put him in till the 7th, coach. Like, okay.
Listen, man, but at the end of the day, man, if every time the MVP comes in, he hits a home run.
Ooh, Deanna said Roman is the guy, Cody is the stand-in.
She's not wrong. She's not wrong. Anybody with eyes. I understand what BJ is saying. I believe also Miracle is saying something similar as well. We appreciate Cody for being there. But you know who was also there? There's many people who are there. Many people who are there.
Oh, I got to highlight Benny's.
Sure.
I got to get your immediate thought to this, though, when you see it. Cody is Roman's backup QB.
I like it.
Ooh. Roman was the next Lesnar, a feature attraction. Now Cody is the day in, day out guy. I figured that's what BJ meant. Like I could see it though. Like if you're not there for how often is Roman there these days? Would you say 40% of the time?
2 a week, 3 week spurts, and so I mean on a scale of a year, he's there probably 4 months out of a 12-month year.
Yeah, it's just like, can you be the guy? Like was Lesnar the guy previously? Like I don't know. Like it's tough to say you're the guy when you're never there.
Here's the thing. 4 months of Roman is more than 12 months of Cody from an entertainment standpoint.
Sean giving the business tonight.
I'm not being, and if you notice, I'm not laughing. No, 4 months of Roman Reigns on my television is more entertaining than 12 months of Cody Rhodes.
MJB, what up, Pete?
What up? You. And the place to be. Appreciate you.
Let's see here.
Matter of fact, I'll take it a step further. One night of The Rock is more entertaining than 12 months of Cody Rhodes.
And Cody was quite complimentary of The Rock. Did you notice that, Sean?
I'm sure he probably wants him to come back and do business with him so he could be somebody that wants to be watched on television again.
Rock isn't going to do business if you keep saying no, though, to what he wants to do too. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's two guys with a lot of pull. So, you know,
Cody Rhodes is a B+ player.
Man, notice how Raw's more interesting with Roman and Cody is boring us on SmackDown.
Yeah, and it's not even close.
BJ said, "Can we all agree though that Seth should be the guy amongst all of them? He is this gen's Macho Man."
I mentioned that earlier, Professor. I said that Seth Rollins to me was the more impressive champion over the past year.
He's the workhorse. He's just never going to get the respect, and I don't know if Seth's like doing the what do I want to call it with the Punk fighting the good fight.
No, but he got the respect. I think he was on his way to getting the respect. That crown jewel victory meant something. I know we all make fun of it because it's a stupid title that doesn't get worn except once a year. That victory meant something. Cody losing to Seth Rollins meant something. I'm telling you, I believe that.
Yeah, well,
Seth Rollins, if he did not get hurt, Seth Rollins would probably be the captain of the team at Survivor Series, and I think the Vision would have won.
I don't think you're wrong in that assessment of Seth being the captain and everything. I'm with BJ though. I do think he's just Macho Man. He's the workhorse, and I think he's just fighting a show like I should be the guy. I'm just as good as Roman. I'm just as good as Cody, and they just don't see him like that. That you're always just going to be viewed as like just below, or you could work with him, sure. You know, he's kind of Triple H in the Attitude Era. Like,
there's Michael Jordan, right? And then. And let me add a couple because I'm not a big fan of his, but I'm gonna be fair. Michael Jordan being number one. There's Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar type players. And then there's Patrick Ewing and Charles Barkley and Allen Iverson. That doesn't mean that Patrick and Barkley and Allen Iverson are not great. They're just not top tier. Roman Reigns is Michael Jordan. Cody Rhodes is Charles Barkley. I'm going to say it again for the kids in the back. Roman Reigns is Michael Jordan. Cody Rhodes is Charles Barkley. You're a Hall of Famer. You're universally recognized as one of the best in the world at what you do. But you're not him. And M. Leezy, I don't think Seth is a Scottie Pippen. Seth Rollins is a little bit better than Scottie Pippen.
When you stand next to Mike, though, he might have a point with Roman.
Nah, I hear you. Oh, because they're on the same team. The Mega Powers, bro. Like, okay, I get it.
Yeah. And we all know what happened with Steve Kerr, we'll say. He went on to another team.
Well, Steve Kerr won the championship for those guys.
Moxley started it off for him too, and then he was like, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm out. AI's crossover was legendary. Broke Jordan's ankles. Dude was legendary. He broke his ankles one time, but he ain't got them rings to show it either. No offense to
I'm just
AI.
saying, there's levels to this, man. I know what you meant. Yeah, I got it. The Mega Powers thing. That's a fact, bro. Listen, there you go. Same difference, delayed grats. We're on the same page. Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan. We all love and respect Tim Duncan, but he's not Michael Jordan.
Yeah. I still got Timmy in the top 10, though. He might be just out of it in most lists, but I could see him being like bottom tier 10. Mm-hmm. He's one of the greatest power forwards of all time. Don't get us started on some basketball talk. We'll be here all day. We've done them before, man. But yeah, good combo on Cody. That was 100% Sean's idea as we move forward to talk about what else happened on SmackDown, but we're going to do this in a slightly more entertaining way before we get to it. Jade Cargill, looks like her presentation has changed, Sean. She is back to those AEW ways. She is that B. And that was her promo, but she was then afterwards met in the aisleway by she couldn't stay away too long. I was here we
go. It was almost like here we go.
As soon as I saw, I was like, it's been long enough. Let's go. Yep. The road came out and all that.
As soon as I heard the music, I was like, uh-oh. The wheels are turning.
Yo, what up, Stu? Appreciate you, man. Stu's View on Wrestling. I like that name too, man. What's good, man? Appreciate you.
Stu, welcome to the spot, man. Appreciate you.
Yo, this is AEW Cargill Facts. They were trying to. Why was she a baby face? The best version of Jade Cargill is squash people, do what she's gonna do. I'm sure people are gonna turn on her eventually for this. I don't know.
It's very difficult to debut as anything but a baby face because everybody's excited to see. Just like I said, Triple H was one of the dirtiest heels in 2001 that there ever could be. Triple H was beating Lita with steel chairs, but when he got hurt and came back, the next year, yeah. So what they needed to do, they needed to have Jade Cargill turn quicker though. They let this. She's been babyface for a long time.
And Triple H was supposed to turn before. I think this was just he couldn't avoid it this time.
Yeah, facts.
If you don't know, let me just fill y'all in on some quick game. Triple H definitely was going to work with Austin, and he was like, "Hey, what if we teamed instead? I'll be the Intercontinental Champ," because he knew what was going to happen. Stunner 1, 2, 3, because Stone Cold didn't want to drop the title to him at SummerSlam '99. He was like, "Have Foley do it. I'm not doing it." And that was, if you know, you know.
And that set the wheels in motion for Triple H being one of the most selfish wrestlers in history. He learned it but Austin did it to him first. I can't lie.
It's Sean, I've said this on old podcasts that we've done with our friends. It is a company culture thing. That they want you to be like that. Shawn Michaels didn't just learn this all of a sudden, like, I'm going to be a jerk today. It was the company wanted you to do it. They encouraged it until you're Brett. And then they were like, oh, yeah, well, now you're ruining things that we have planned.
Yep. It's like we're taking it too far now.
100%. So we have Chelsea Green winning back the United States Women's Championship. Julia loses in minutes. Sean, minutes. What did they do?
Julia lost so much steam as the champion because they would not book her. She would not defend the title. I like Chelsea Green. I'm a big fan of Chelsea Green. But my God, man, Julia got done so dirty in this whole title reign. The match too, but the whole title reign, man. What a disgrace. But 90 seconds or less, that's just, I don't know. Julia is one of the all-time great independent wrestlers in history. She's like Stephanie Vaquer 2.0. Or matter of fact, maybe Stephanie Vaquer is Julia 2.0. And she
was great in Stardom. Everyone thought she was going to be it.
Crazy, but yeah, they just dogged her tonight, or on Friday, I should say.
I think that their eyes just changed over, man. Like they kind of knew who they wanted. And I want everyone to peep as well the championship belts here. I just want people to peep it. For all the complaining that I hear about other things, just peep these other titles. Remember that was a problem, Sean? Man, there's a lot of belts from other companies on your show. Just saying, bro, keep that same energy. I don't mind it. It never bothered me, but keep that same energy.
Yeah, belts have never bothered me either, but it bothers a lot of people except when WWE does it. Then it's like, oh, I understand. I see the vision.
Right? Let me see here. Quill says, I'm happy Jade Cargill is the champ, but it should have been at SummerSlam. If Tiffany Stratton beat Charlotte Flair, they better have Jade beat Charlotte, period.
Agreed.
I think you're right about that.
I think you're right, Quills, about what should happen. I don't think that's what will happen.
Stu says, happy for Chelsea, but this hurts the U.S. women's division. People are saying Julia is buried. I don't know about all that. She's not cooked, but she's definitely she's in trouble right now. She's
not cooked, but she's simmering.
She's in trouble right now. Like you better.
She's in the pan and the fire's on, and you better turn it off quick.
That oil's moving around real quick. Better pay attention.
Conrad, you're killing it tonight, bud.
Yo, Stephanie Vaquer took the mojo that I think everyone thought she was going to get, and Stephanie's been crushing it. So have to wait and see what happens with that. Julia needs to be repackaged, send her back to NXT so Sean can rehab her. Doesn't that look like a fail to send her? Oh, wait a minute. Are we saying NXT's developmental or not? That's another argument I had with people this week. So is it developmental or no this time in this argument?
It's developmental in my book.
Yeah. He said WWE.
Trick is talking about moving up to SmackDown or Raw. Getting called up. You don't get called up from you don't get called up from a team that's not a minor league team.
Yeah, and you don't want to end up like Ridge Holland either.
Like Guy Will Gamble says, that oil's popping.
Yes. Shout out to Tiff, man, queen of the indies. Check out Indies Corner, man. If you are into independent wrestling, Tiff's got all the interviews and she's got you covered when it comes to independent pro wrestling. So make sure you're
Queen
signed up.
T to the I to the Feezy.
Yes, Julia Lawson half the time. Nixon will put up with you. You gotta chill, bro. Gotta chill. We're gonna talk about that too. Julia should backhand Kiana James on Friday. She might. She might, man. I love it. Love the comments. Yes, it's developmental. NXT is the JV, main roster is varsity.
Yo, I don't see the lives.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we're going to talk about the indies here in a little bit, Queen. I promise you in the news portion here. We got one more thing to get to for SmackDown, then we're going to get into our second topic here. Ray Phoenix, bro, taking the L to the MFTs as well, man. What have we done, Sean? Like, I don't know. Was Ray Phoenix? I heard this analogy from Dave Meltzer. Yes, I'm quoting Dave Meltzer here for this. And I think it's true, though. Penta in WWE was the move. Ray Phoenix should have stayed in AEW. For the styles and what they bring to the table.
Not a bad take.
Because Ray Phoenix losing to Tala Tonga.
3 words, Conrad. 3 words. I think M. Leezy Fashizi knows what I'm about to say. Just another guy. I told you.
I was going to say victim in my task books.
I told you. What I say, Conrad, give it 6 months and he'll be just another guy.
You did call it from the beginning, and delay grats. I'm not mad. Can we get the Lucha Brothers before it's too late for them? Fam, I don't know what we're doing here.
I don't know what we're doing either, but like I said, just another guy. Give it 6 months. Just another guy.
Sean, I want to bring.
And I'm not saying I like it. I'm just saying that's what it is.
I love the Taz reference, BJ in the chat with the orange. It's Taz. Sean, I want to talk about heels in pro wrestling for a second. I've had this conversation with you and others, and I think it would be one that I'd like to bring to the chat tonight. And I don't know how to effectively ask this question, so help me out with this, Sean. You're better at wordsmithing than me. Are heels being heels lost in pro wrestling today based on what people find acceptable and unacceptable?
I think you articulated that perfectly, and the answer is no.
No, which side are you on?
That they're not being, you said that they're being what?
Heels are being heels based on what's accepted today. Like it
Oh, no. Okay, that's what I thought you said. Absolutely not. They're not being molded. It's the right word you're probably looking for. Molded after today's environment. Absolutely not. They're doing everything in their own image.
Now, I put up some of the heels in here, and I want to start with a controversial one, and we can kind of break it down, but I'm just talking in generic form. So however you guys want to bring it up in the chat, feel free. Sean, you too. We got Austin Aries, man. Austin Aries as a person with everything he says, heck no. But Austin Aries as a pro wrestler in between the ropes and what he does as a wrestler, is he really, really good or great in my opinion? Yes. I think he's
Austin Aries had that one bad moment, but other than that, he's a fantastic wrestler. And while Conrad gets his, there we go.
And say that's the little freezing thing that is doing randomly. I don't know why, but what was the bad moment you're referring to with him?
When he didn't sell for John Morrison.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's tried to explain that in interviews that was like supposed to lead into something. I don't know what he thought. Maybe you're working yourself into a shoot, brother. I don't know what was happening with that, but it didn't come off good to people, and then it looked like you were trying to backtrack. But whatever. We're going to get into more of that too in a second. But you sit there and you look at him. Is he deserving right now of being in MLW? Sean, I watched a match with him a week or two ago against Mystico in MLW in the Opera Cup. Fantastic match. Mystico usually goes in there, Sean, and he's like, I'm great. I know what to do. People will get behind it. Cool match. We're getting out of here. Austin Aries made him work. I don't know how he did it. Like, it's a pro wrestling thing. I was just like, he's like, no, you are going to give me a great match, or I'm going to bring it to you. And he just started speeding it up. Like, you better move. Let's go. Come on. Bring it. And he got him to give him a good match. Aries knew like he wasn't winning, but he still did it. But I can see on one hand like why people don't like Austin Aries for the stuff he spouts and he says what he believes, whatever, right? But also that's what makes him a
And
great
by the way,
heel,
I
Sean.
still want to clarify when I said one bad moment in the ring, but he's had several outside of it. As far as things he said.
Yeah. I mean, his thoughts are just it's his own thoughts too. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he thinks he's right about this. Okay, you know, and if people disagree with him, they disagree with him on it. And I'm not justifying what Austin. Like I said, I disagree with a lot of the stuff he says. He probably finds me a disgusting person because he's a health fanatic and a freak about that stuff. But that's what makes him a good heel as well. Like, I truly believe this guy thinks that he would look down upon me if he was talking to me. I believe it. And I'm like, yeah, I want to see this guy get beat up. It's old school heel stuff.
Old school heel stuff. I agree.
So I'm going into the chat. I think a lot of people don't know how to work a crowd sometimes. It can be difficult, or people are just doing their shtick.
That's a lost art, but then that's a lost art. But when you start working the crowd too well, all of a sudden they say you can't wrestle. Idiots. Yeet.
Yeah, Moolah Gang, what's good? Appreciate you.
What up?
Aries, don't forget that
a guy
time with
says, a guy says yes,
screwed up his name.
right? But you know, a guy says yes, but you can't eat. Okay, makes sense. Don't get me started on that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's straight hypocrisy, man. It's straight hypocrisy, and I agree. Like with Tiffany, she was talking about how, you know, people don't know how to work a crowd anymore. I think the idea or the logic of being a heel is a lost art, a true heel, that is. I'm talking about really sticking to the character, being someone that can be entertaining even as a bad guy. That's the true mark of a heel, guys. That's what I have to say. The true mark of a heel is a guy that can be a bad guy, a truly bad human being on camera, and still get you to cheer for him, still get you to see that little bit of good in him. Because you know what a true heel is? A heel is somebody that does wrong but believes they're doing right. That's the best type of heel. They truly believe what they're doing is right.
Or the heels that are telling the truth and people are just not going with it at all. Like the Planet's run from Bryan Danielson was good. I think that was actually a very underrated one for people. And I'm gonna bring up some more heels in here real quick, Sean. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. I know that you've had issues with some of the things that he's even done in the ring, things like that, but MJF is trying to take it back so old school that he's like, I want you to hate me. And even then, people still love this guy. They drew up like him, Sean. He can't get away from a lot of it. Like,
well, first of all, I think you're 100% right. I mean, all I got is I got to make sure I give a shout out to MJB and the place to be. Deborah. It's been a while since I've done that. But yeah, I mean, MJF takes things too far sometimes, though. Like, I like him. I think he's a tremendous wrestler, but you know, hip thrust directly in somebody's face. Like, I don't know why or how.
I think the talent's cool with that. I don't think that's
well. I mean, clearly, because I don't understand. Like, I saw Hangman Adam Page, and Hangman is a man's man. I have no idea how he would be cool with that. Throwing drinks on kids in the crowd. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's a bit much.
Like, when you go up to meet him, if you ever go to meet MJF, bro, he is going to belittle you the whole time. Yeah, 100%. Like that's what you're paying for. Whether you, I'm telling you now. So if you ever go up there, you think he's gonna be like, "Hey man, thanks for supporting me while I'm in the ring." That's not what you're gonna get. You're gonna get, what do you want?
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. He can say, "What do you want?" all you want. He can play a heel, but if he ever threw anything on me or spat on me, security would have to stop me.
He knows his limits as well when he's interacting with you.
That's different. You don't do something physical. I don't want any of your bodily fluids, and I'm being real. That sounds disgusting, but I'm being dead serious.
I don't think he's ever went that far with like being a heel, but he will probably say like, "Go ahead, do something. I dare you. I dare." You know what I mean? Like, he knows. Like, okay, smart guy. And I was impressed with him. That's what got me interested in him. I'm like, oh, okay, impressive. He knows how to toe the line. Throwing drinks is where you got to be careful. Like, first off, someone paid money for that. Number two, if it gets on a bunch of people, like, you may be causing a problem. So you got to be careful. But I think he's a great heel. There's not enough of that today where it's like, I'm going to make you hate me no matter what. You're going to boo me.
Yo, Eric is out of control, bro.
What? No.
MJF's supposed to stop healing because you procreate?
Oh. Please.
Well, yes, I'd
Yo,
like that
wild.
grown man not to throw a drink on my son if that's not too much trouble.
Yeah. Like MJF gets wild with it. And then you got other heels. But see, in this situation, I think sometimes it doesn't work too. I think Dominic's turning into a baby face, bro.
Let me tell you something. I'm telling you that I got to give a shout out to Joel for this one. Joel predicted that Dom would win the 2026 Royal Rumble. And I take that back. I don't want to necessarily say he said it would win Royal Rumble. Let me take that back. But he said that he would be challenging for the world title at WrestleMania. So however he gets there, whether it's winning the Royal Rumble or winning the Elimination Chamber. And I know me, you, and our good friend Jesse all were kind of like, what? That's crazy. Check it out on the archives of HW Weekly on the YouTube channel. But the more time goes along, the more this kid has it, bro.
I want credit too, because I told people Dominic was good when, he's just Ray's kid. He's just teaming with his dad. He's not that good. I told y'all Dominic Mysterio is good. And
well, I'll give you credit because you said Dominic is good a long time before I saw it. No question about that. But I'm gonna tell you something right here and now, bro. Lord have mercy. That kid, I like him. Like that kid he's really evolved. I think he's gonna lose the title tonight. And I think he's gonna lose the title because he has bigger things in front of him.
Listen, you may be switching who's turning on who in that whole Judgment Day storyline. I'm just saying.
100.
And shout out to Clown and Tiff in the chat mentioning Charles Mason. Definitely one of the good heels on the independent scene. If you haven't seen him work, I'm going to say it. This guy's going to be on your television screen via WWE, AEW, TNA. Someone's going to pick this guy up. I'm telling you. He's from House of Glory Wrestling, and you can find him all over the indies. Check him out. And an example of a heel, this is kind of just like a classic company guy who's just going to do it. The Miz, Sean. Like,
right.
Miz is always going to be able just to, hey, here's the thing. Chicken, whatever heel. He runs away. He doesn't want to deal with this guy, that guy, the next thing. I understand it, man.
Agreed.
So
can't argue with that. I mean, Miz is his best days are behind him, but he should be respected.
Yeah. Do you think fans are too sensitive today, though, when it comes to people being heels? Like, I don't like so and so. He shouldn't work here anymore. And
I don't think soda, beer, spit should be included. Anything verbalized, anything like that, I think all best. You could call my grandmother a slut for all I care, as in a storyline fashion. Just make sure it's in the context of the storyline.
I think with the wrestlers, there's no issue with that. Scott Steiner definitely did one of the best ones I've ever seen, man. And sometimes acting like you're a babyface, then turning heel, one of the best things you could ever do. Scott Steiner had all these girls lined up in Buffalo. It was at a base brawl, like TNA show.
See, Clown went somewhere that I didn't want him to go, but I actually appreciate him going.
Mr. Perfect's gum.
Mr. Perfect.
Let me finish the Scott Steiner story real quick.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
He lines up all these girls in Buffalo, and he's like, who wants to come in the ring with the world's largest arms? Check out my peaks and my freaks. Who wants to be my girl tonight? All these girls line up. He's like, line them up, security. And he gets them in here, and then he goes, we are here tonight. Where are we? Oh, we're in Buffalo. Oh, I don't let girls from Buffalo touch me. Go back to your seats. And I was like, great heat, bro. Everyone
awesome.
That, man. Awesome. He came awesome. I saw him the next day after, and we were laughing about it for like 5 minutes. He was like, that was good, wasn't it? I was like, that was funny.
That was fantastic.
Yeah. And meanwhile, we're talking about like just regular old stuff. And I was just like, funny guy right here. And that was my brief interaction with him. Mr. Perfect's gum, though, Sean. I'm sorry.
Mr. Perfect. All right. First of all, here's a couple things, man. Number one, pay attention. All right. That kid that MJF threw the drink on was not paying attention because he didn't think he'd get a drink thrown on him. Number two, when Mr. Perfect gets up on the ropes and he spits his gum in the air, you should know that something's on the way. And you need to watch the trajectory of the gum and move out of the way. When Triple H spits his ridiculous water on the crowd every time he comes out, if you don't want to get spit on, move out of the way. But when MJF MJF is walking through the crowd aimlessly and decides to throw a drink on a helpless child. That's different.
I'm going to disagree, though. I think if MJF's in the crowd, Sean, and he's near a garbage can, and he's near garbage near him, no, I'm not. I already know. Nope, I'm watching every movement you make, bro. Don't throw that pizza box. Like I would know to do that. So if that applies, I think it applies to both. And the drink thing, I think he was just trying to be funny. He threw the drink into the crowd. I just think that's a bad move, though. Like don't do that. It puts the company at risk doing that.
Yeah.
But like I said, for the sake of
Mr. Perfect's gum thing was iconic, bro. I still do that to this day.
That's why I'm bald, man. I was at one of the shows, got caught right there. Game over.
Wow, hilarious. No, but real talk though, when I have gum in my mouth, I make sure nobody's around. I will spit it in the air and I'll hit it with my hand. I'm actually pretty good at it. That's one of the most iconic things ever, bro. Like Mr. Perfect spitting his gum out and rifling it into the crowd
with the music. I want a TikTok video with the music.
I can do that. That's not a problem. No, Mr. Perfect, God rest his soul. Kurt Hennig was awesome.
You should just do a video of Sean Hubbard being perfect throughout the day at work, like answering a work phone call with the pencil. Got it.
I think don't mess with me because I really can do Mr. Perfect pretty well.
Just little videos of Sean being perfect all day.
My Mr. Perfect impression is actually really good.
I love it. I was just looking up information about AWA today, and he came up, man. People are bringing up JBL. Yeah, like I said, man. I just think people, shout out to Queen of the Indies. She always yells about people having perfect bridges. Mr. Perfect with a perfect bridge.
That's right.
Up on them.
No, Monsoon. No, Monsoon. That's not a whatchamacallit. That's not a fisherman suplex. That's the perfect plex.
Those little things matter so much. Great heel, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And you know what? Started to love him.
And by the way, thank you, Mr. Perfect. If my name is Shawn Michaels for naming me the Heartbreak Kid.
Hey.
He's the Heartbreak Kid, McMahon.
Also, shout out to Mr. Perfect for the plane ride from hell, trying to wrestle Brock Lesnar on the plane.
Why you gotta ruin it, Connor?
Sorry, for every good he did, we got to bring up something bad.
Understood.
Love it. Let's get to the news portion before we get out of here, y'all. AEW decided that they were going to introduce a national championship, champion to be crowned at Full Gear. They're going to do the whole casino gauntlet for it. My dog, like, Sean, I don't know how you feel about it. Do we need another singles title from this? Like, this could be good. Don't think I'm just poo-poo on it, but I don't think we need more belts. I think we just need more feuds, stories. Let's focus on what we have and let's make this the best that we have. The women's tag titles, I'm cool with. Another singles championship after we just unified two, unless this is the way to change the title's name. That was something else I thought of.
Well, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be short and sweet. It's getting a little out of hand.
Yeah. And if we're keeping counts of companies' belts, I know WWE has more. I just find it funny how people didn't complain about that, but we're here complaining about this. Just peep game, Sean.
Talk your talk.
But you know who this is good for? The NWA, because these cats, Idol and Mike Mondo. Listen, I respect Mike Mondo's wrestling career. Like he's done his work, put in his time. They are hot, and they use this to promote NWA. Hopefully, it generates some YouTube numbers for them. But NWA is like, we have the real national title over here, and this is going to go into. And Sean, you're a boxing aficionado, so I know you'll get this. Mm-hmm. Boxing, wrestling. No one has the real history of the championships anymore. Like people just adopted it. Oh, I used to work at WCW. That's the real U.S. title because we were connected to the NWA. No, that belt went over here to Georgia Championship Wrestling if you're actually looking at it. So people don't know where the real history is. Everyone tries to say, no, it's our history. Whatever. And this is why we have undisputed championships with another world champion in the company. Like,
wow. But Conrad digresses.
I digress every time. I'm just making it known. So you know what? Support what wrestling you like. If you like NWA, check them out. NWA needs to probably get this stuff up to date too. I know they've had new champions since the summer, Sean, and it hasn't aired yet for some of this thing. So I hope they get to it. But check out NWA. I hope AEW does a good job with this national title. And yeah, eventually let's
Time will tell.
let's bring back the international title and just give it to Okada and be done with this name of the unified title and all of this. Hopefully we get there one day. I'm not going to complain about a belt too much. You know,
Well said.
like it's what it is. Yeah, that revisionist history stuff, is one of the things that truly makes me mad. Supposedly there's some kind of legal between AWA and NWA over the trademark for Shockwave. Yeah. I think NWA has a show called Shockwave, and AEW was going to do one when they thought they were talking to Fox about getting a deal. That went kaput. I wonder why. Won't add any more to that because I do have theories with tinfoil hats, but I won't get into it.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of that. I know that him and Billy weren't on the greatest terms. Sean, I can't wait to get your thoughts on this next story.
Let's do it.
Nixon and Miranda. So this whole thing, it's a mess, Sean, this story, because none of it could be confirmed either way, flip which way. It sounds like they had a match on Collision scheduled. They did a match last week on Collision. They were there at Dynamite. Then they were asked to come back for Collision. They were going to give them like a 3-minute-ish match. And the people who don't work for the company said, oh, that's not enough time to do anything. So, okay. And they went home. They were like, we're going to leave. Their side of the story is everything was cool. Nobody had an issue with it. There's no bad blood. There's no disagreements. They expressed concern to a producer that a 3-minute match doesn't benefit anyone. Spoke to all parties. This was not a blank you, blank them situation to create tension. Everyone was respectful. They got the okay to leave. AEW talent don't feel that way. They said, I would take them 3 minutes gladly. So
I mean, it depends on what 3 minutes means to you. I think my take is that 3 minutes for somebody who's starving is everything, but somebody who's not starving, it doesn't really mean that much. I think the logic was that, hey, what story can we tell in 3 minutes? But I think where they kind of messed themselves up. If you can't tell a story in 3 minutes, you shouldn't be able to tell a story in 30 either. And that would be my take. If I say, hey, Conrad, I want you to go out there and entertain the people for 3 minutes, you say 3 minutes is not enough, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll give the opportunity to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? The 3 minutes could have led to more, but unfortunately, at the end of the day, they felt that I understand their logic. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes you have to just take what you can get and believe that your talent's gonna circumvent the hurdles that are being put before you.
And also, Sean, I'm going to say some names real quick, and this is just pro wrestling in general. Kenny Omega, CM Punk, MJF, Hangman Page, Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso. If they said they didn't want 3 minutes, that would be different.
That's
you
something
are not
different.
in a position to say that.
Exactly.
Like, that's not going to work. So very, very upsetting. And then we go to Miranda's, I think this was on her IG stories. She posted
I'll read this for you, man. It says, the moment you start standing up for yourself, everything shifts. Suddenly you're the problem. Not because you changed, but because you're no longer letting them take advantage of you. They'll paint you as the villain, but that's okay because you're finally choosing yourself. This is where your freedom begins. I love the sentiment, but I don't think it applies.
I don't, because
I love the sentiment, but I don't think it applies.
She put that up. I thought everything was good though. In the previous, like how they addressed it on their Twitch stream, I thought it was good. And I'm going to show you some people. You guys remember where these photos were taken? You could clearly see Megan Baines is from Dark. A lot of people are
3 minutes is where it starts sometimes, man. Yeah.
And I just put them up, but there's also Kyle Fletcher. There's a bunch of people. You can go through the names on who was on Dark, who was losing matches. Kyle Fletcher put everybody over at one point in time. Remember when he was the TV champ? We were like, oh, okay. I mean, I guess this matters, or maybe, right? He did it. He did it well, and then they gave him more opportunities. And what do you know? What do you know? Look at him now.
Yeah.
So, but it also, I think, hurts that Nixon said that she's only going to wrestle for one more year. Then why are we giving you the opportunity?
Right. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I think they just said a lot of stuff that hurt them.
I would agree.
Let's focus back in on this, Sean. The WWE ID program, Zeta Steel, has garnered interest from AEW. Your quick thoughts, sir?
Talented, someone who I think could be an asset, but this WWID thing, I don't know how ironclad it is, so who knows?
Looks like she wants out, and they're going to be trying to do it. And I forgot to shout out to Maya's World and Hyon too, who filled in for the ladies after they didn't want to do the match. I could see them getting offered AEW contracts and being put in Ring of Honor too. Yet Zeta is very popular. Joel, I agree, 100%. T-Ferg said it feels like Sasha Banks Naomi situation. I think it's different.
A little different, but I understand the comparison. I understand why T-Ferg is saying that.
Yeah. I mean, they worked for the company. They're not even there yet. You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to get the job.
Like, you're doing the most this.
For sure. Shout out to our guys over at Deadlock Pro Wrestling. They basically announced that DPW 4th anniversary event in Cary, North Carolina on Friday. They're going to run one more show in Japan in 2026, but this is the final DPW event for the foreseeable future. Mm-hmm. They're going to make it a fundraiser event. So if you're in North Kakalaki, please do that. All tickets to the event will be $1 plus fees and tax to anyone who ever attended. They thank them for showing up to the show, and they're going to donate everything up to $10,000. So sucks to hear an indie company going down, but DPW ran by YouTubers, guys who did what we do, Sean.
I mean, honestly, I've talked to a couple of those guys. They've been very, very nice. It's a shame how things work out sometimes. Big fish, small pond, little fish. They have a great product, but unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be on pause for a little bit.
Yes, I'm going to try to speed run through these. I'm going to skip this because it's going to get brought up. West Side Gun, Sean, Buffalo's own. Unfortunately, we had a little situation with him, and the WWE kind of got put on blast. That happened here. He usually goes to all the wrestling shows. I see him at WWE, AEW. He runs Fourth Rope. He puts on shows here. Your thoughts on that whole situation? I don't know if you saw the video or whatnot.
I did. Uncomfortable. It's one of those things. It's like, okay, you know what? You ought to just kind of ride it out and see what happens next. But he is a fan, and he is a proprietor, and we just hope that things work out for the best.
Yeah, I have his whole post here, but I won't post it up because it's a very long read. But go check out what he had to say about the situation. And I thought it brought
it's a messed up thing. It's a sad situation. It's uncomfortable.
It brought up what you had brought up with Jey Uso before too, kind of.
Yeah.
What he's putting y'all over all the time. What's the issue here? Before we get ready to get on out of here, though, make sure you guys are checking us out this Wednesday. Me and Derek are going to be reviewing AEW Blood and Guts. We will go over those matches and Hangman Page and Hobbs in a Falls Count Anywhere. We got Ring of Honor Final Battle coming up. New Japan Wrestle Kingdom. We had the announcement Hiroshi Tanahashi is going to be facing Okada one more time in the Dome for Wrestle Kingdom 20. Thought it was a really good move. And we got Survivor Series coming up, which leads us to Sean's channel on the 20th, man. We are doing a Survivor Series special on Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, man. Make sure that you guys are tuned in and locked in over there.
Yep. It's going to be myself, Conrad, and the big bro, James, big bro, Jesse's going to be in the building as well.
Yeah, so make sure you guys keep it locked in with us. And we got Monday Night Raw getting ready to happen tonight. So, yeah, John Cena's going to be on there. And we appreciate it, man. Sean, if you want, man, take us out of here, brother.
Yeah, man, of course, man. We want to thank the chat for being here, man. Oh, this show is nothing without you guys. Conrad, appreciate you, my brother. Definitely ready to rock and roll moving forward into the week. Like Conrad just said, him and my guy Derek are going to be bringing you very best in AEW, roughly about 10 p.m. on Wednesday. November 20th, circle your calendar for the Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, HW Weekly Survivor Series special. And we got a lot more coming after that. So with that being said, on behalf of my good friend and tag team partner, Conrad Cushman, my name is Sean Hubbard. We are Clash of the Podcast. So until next time, God bless, be encouraged, and evil never prevails.